shirt you used to love, the faded blue one, soft and rough. The sun was low, the park was still, and time slowed down against my will. Same bench beneath the willow tree, where laughter echoed wild and free. I traced our names carved in the wood, still hoping you'd come back, you could. I waited at the same bench, as if the years had made no dent. Every summer breeze felt like you, every shadow played deja vu. I told the wind to hold my place, in case you showed with that old grace. Yeah, I waited at the same bench, like hope could bend what time had spent.
The kids ran past like we once did, with hearts too full and words we hid. A dog barked twice, a bike rode by, but not your voice, not your reply. I watched the clouds make shapes above, thought one looked like our kind of love. Half a story, half a flame, still warm enough to call your name. I waited at the same bench, as if the years had made no dent. Every summer breeze felt like you, every shadow played deja vu. I told the wind to hold my place, in case you showed with that old grace. Yeah, I waited at the same bench, like hope could bend what time had spent.
Maybe I just needed proof that a loved once lived beneath that roof of green above, of whispered shade, where promises were softly made.
And even if you don't return, I'll sit with all the ways I learned.
I waited at the same bench, as if the years had made no dent. Every summer breeze felt like you, every shadow played deja vu.
I told the wind to hold my place, in case you showed with that old grace. Yeah, I waited at the same bench,
Like hope could bend what time had spent. Now the sky turns gold, the day retreats. I hear your name in empty streets. And maybe this was mine to lose, but I'd wait again if I could choose. Yes, I waited at the same bench, and part of me is still there drenched. I came back when the sun went low. Same wooden board, same ocean glow. The wind still sings your favorite tune, and the sky still blushes like that June. Your footprints vanish with the tide, but I swear I still feel you by my side. The laughter stuck between the beams still echoes soft in all my dreams. The pier still feels like you, in every creek and sunset hue. I walk alone but not quite clear, 'cause your ghost still lingers here. Salt in the air, a distant smile, and suddenly I'm back a while. Yeah, the pier still feels like you, like time for thought forever could start that night. You told me love was in the breeze, and I believed you far too easily. Now every gust across this place carries the memory of your face. The pier still feels like you in every creek and sunset hue. I walk alone but not quite clear, 'cause your ghost still lingers here. Salt in the air, a distant smile, and suddenly I'm back a while. Yeah, the pier still feels like you, like time forgot what we went through. Maybe I come back just to wait, to chase the shape of our mistake. But something in this place won't fade, like the promises we never made. And every night I stand alone, I feel the heat of what we've known. The pier still feels like you in every creek and sunset hue. I walk alone but not quite clear, 'cause your ghost still lingers here. Salt in the air, a distant smile, and suddenly I'm back a while. Yeah, the pier still feels like you, like time forgot what we went through. So I'll sit and watch the waves roll in, pretend you're next to me again. And though you're gone and life moves too, the pier still feels like you. The sun was high, hand in mine. We lived like time forgot to climb. Each moment stretched like open skies. We never thought of last goodbyes. The boardwalk hum was stolen tunes. We kissed beneath reluctant moons. Your voice was soft but pulled me in, like waves that crash beneath the skin. We didn't know but without you it's second best. You took the light from August, stole the flame from golden days. I keep your shadow in my songs, but the melody always strays. I thought we'd burn until the end, but you were never mine to send. You left behind the ash and dust, and you took the light from August. So if the breeze still speaks your name, just know it never feels the same. You were the glow I didn't trust, and now you took the light from August.
You ran ahead in flashing light. The sky was painted red and white. Crowds were loud, but all I heard was your laugh cutting through the blur. Barefoot in the summer grass, you moved too fast, I let you pass. Still holding on to something soft, but losing you with every call.
I turned around but didn't wait. Knew if I stopped it'd be too late. I wanted you to follow close, but some hearts freeze when they need most. The sparks above were loud and wild, but I was just a scared child. I ran like love was just a dare, still hoping you'd be waiting there.
Chasing you through fireworks, the color bursts and heart-shaped hurts. I saw you once, then lost the thread, like something fragile that we said. The sky lit up, it felt so far. You moved like smoke beneath the star.
We didn't fall, we didn't kiss, but I kept chasing you through fireworks. You called my name, I nearly turned, but love's a thing we sometimes burn. The noise got thick, the light got wide, and I just vanished in the tide. You were a hand I couldn't hold, a warmth that made me feel too bold. So I kept running, not from fear, but from a truth too bright, too near.
I saw your shape behind the glow, a shadow I still long to know. You danced like chaos, sharp and free, but every flash just blinded me. And still I chased with all I had, through sparks and silence, joy and sad. It wasn't pain, it wasn't bliss, just the weight of what I missed. Chasing you through fireworks, while summer made her final works. We said it all with nothing loud, just running through a colored cloud. No goodbye, no final bow, just fragments that still burn somehow.
I never stopped, not even this, still chasing you through fireworks.
Maybe you were never mine to read,
But I still hear you on that beat.
some love explodes and leaves
A
behind.
flash that's burned into your mind.
Chasing you through fireworks, where everything we felt still lurks. In every pop, in every hue, there's still a trace of me and you.
We didn't hold,
We didn't stay, but I still run that same old way.
not toward a future or a kiss, but chasing you through fireworks. I think of you when the sky turns bright, still chasing what we lost that night. And though we never found our bliss, we'll always be chasing through
Fireworks.
We met where the tide forgot to pull. The sky was gold, the air was full of things like fire, felt like flame. You looked at me, then looked away, but silence said what lips won't say. And in that glance, the world stood wide with waves I couldn't hope to hide. I held the ocean in your eyes, 1,000 tides I couldn't fight. You weren't a storm, you weren't the shore, you were the deep I longed for more. No need for maps, no need for skies, I lost myself in all your eyes. And though the moment came in size, I held the ocean in your eyes. We spoke in salt and soft laments, and stolen shade and white tents. You traced your dreams across the sand, and I forgot what fear demands. You laughed and it broke through my chest like sea foam spilling with unrest. We danced like secrets, slow and light, then kissed beneath the pale moonlight. I held the ocean in your eyes, with every blink a wave would rise. You weren't a cure, you weren't a cage, you were the storm I'd still engage. I didn't swim, I didn't sink, I only breathed what you would think. And in your look my whole heart lies, I held the ocean in your eyes. Now summer fades, the nights grow cold, but some love doesn't just grow old. It stays like salt against your skin, a tide you never quite let in. I held the ocean in your eyes, and though we live in separate skies, I still replay that sunset blue, where I was me and you were you. We didn't stay, we didn't try, but all that look still gets me high. I'll drown again in no disguise, I held the ocean in your eyes. So if you ever feel the breeze of something lost in memory, just know in me your love still sighs. I held the ocean in your eyes. We drove out past the edge of town, where the lights gave up and the night came down. The radio played our favorite line, something about forever, one last time. You tossed a blanket on the hood of your car, said, I wanna feel how small we are. I laid there tracing skies with you, filling up the quiet like we always do. And we shared a kiss between the stars, no promises, no borrowed hearts, just you and me, the midnight air, and a sky too wide to ever care. For a moment time forgot our names, and nothing hurt and nothing changed. Yeah, a kiss between the stars, and the night belonged to us. You talked about the things you lost, the price you paid, the hearts it cost. I told you lies I almost meant, just to keep from breaking in that moment. We laughed at nothing, spoke in sighs. You wiped a tear I didn't realize, and I swear the constellations turned when you whispered words that almost burned. And we shared a kiss between the stars, no promises, no borrowed hearts, just you and me, the midnight air, and a sky too wide to ever care. For a moment time forgot our names, and nothing hurt and nothing changed. Yeah, a kiss between the stars, and the night belonged to us. Maybe it was just the summer heat, or too hard scared to admit defeat, but I'd trade 1,000 days for one more midnight before the dawn. 'Cause some nights aren't meant to last, they slip away but they never pass, and every dusk feels incomplete without the ghost of you and me. We shared a kiss between the stars, no promises, no borrowed hearts, just you and me, the midnight air, and a sky too wide to ever care. For a moment time forgot our names, and nothing hurt and nothing changed. Yeah, a kiss between the stars, and the night belonged to us. So if you find a skylit white, some night when you can't hide, think of me in that old parked car, and a kiss we left between the stars. I found your footprints in the sand, fading fast like something planned. You said you'd only take a walk, but silence swallowed all your talk. The waves came in too soft, too late, and pulled you back through heaven's gate. No note, no call, no reason why, just morning sky and your goodbye.
I didn't mean to walk away, but some things fade with light of day. I left before I said too much, before your heart became my crutch. You looked at me like I was home, but I was born to drift, to roam. I thought you'd see it in my eyes, that I don't know how to stay and try.
He left with the tide, no storm, no scene, just slipped outside like sea foam dancing off the shore. Gone before I wanted more. She stayed where the stillness grew, wishing he'd say something true, but some goodbyes don't scream or cry. He left with the tide. Your hoodie's hanging on my chair. It smells like salt in summer air. Your voice still echoes in my chest. In all the ways I second guessed, we built our love on shifting sand, and I was reaching for your hand. words don't lie. You left and never said goodbye.
You gave me moments I still keep in every dream that steals my sleep. I never meant to dim your light, but some hearts burn too fast, too bright. You gave me calm and I gave blur. You gave forever, I gave her. But if I could, I'd turn the tide and hold you once before the slide.
He left with the tide, no echoes, just an open wide of space where laughter used to sit, now filled with waves and pieces split. She stood in stillness, held the sand, wishing he had held her hand. But not all love gets time to try. He left with the tide.
Maybe love's not built to last,
Or maybe I just left too fast.
but if the tide could turn around, would you still wait here on this ground?
He left with the tide, like secrets swept we couldn't hide. Not a fight, not even a tear, just fading steps and disappearing fear. She loved with everything she had. He loved in silence, good and bad. And though he couldn't stand or guide, he still left with the tide.
I still stand by the waves each year.
I still wonder what up brought me here.
Some stories end without a side, but ours began when he left
with the tide.
We were two silhouettes in the fading light, out past the city, nowhere inside. The kind of night that hums with chance, your hand in mine like a reckless dance.
I said too much, you laughed too loud. The stars were thick, no room for doubt. You pulled me in with the dare in your eyes, and that was the start of our sweetest lie. That kiss still burns like a wildfire I never learned to put out. It lingers in the air, in every heat wave I find you there. It was one of those mistakes you crave, a secret you swear you'll take to the grave. Yeah, that kiss still burns, and it always turns up when I'm alone. We swore it meant nothing, a one-time spark, but it lit up corners we left dark. Every sunset felt a little more like a promise we couldn't ignore. You played it cool, I played along, but hearts that beat like that stay wrong. I tasted forever in something small, and now that night still owns it. That kiss still burns like a wildfire I never learned to put out. It lingers in the air, in every heat wave I find you there. It was one of those mistakes you crave, a secret you swear you'll take to the grave. Yeah, that kiss still burns, and it always turns up when I'm alone. Maybe it was just the July heat, or a borrowed moment we couldn't keep. But even now when the night gets clear, I swear I feel you pulling near. A ghost I'm not ready to lose, a fire I never choose. That kiss still burns like a wildfire I never learned to put out. It lingers in the air, in every heat wave I find you there. It was one of those mistakes you crave, a secret you swear you'll take to the grave. Yeah, that kiss still burns, and it always turns up when I'm alone. So if you ever feel that flame in a midnight breeze that says my name, know I'm still carrying what we earned from that one kiss that still burns. We met where the back road split, a fading gas station half lit. You tossed me a look like you already knew that summer had a plan for me and you. Ice cream melting down your hand, old songs from a nowhere band. I swear the air was thick with fate, and a heat wave we couldn't escape. It smells like late July, salt in the breeze, fire in the sky. Every glance was a spark, we didn't fight. We burned so easy, we burned so bright. I still taste that midnight driving the way you said stay alive. Yeah, it smells like late July every time I close my eyes. We made a home in the back of your car, counting satellites, naming stars. You told me about a boy you left behind, and I told you about nights I tried to hide. We kissed like the world was small, like summer would never fall. But even golden hours fade, and some good things slip away. It smells like late July, salt in the breeze, fire in the sky. Every glance was a spark, we didn't fight. We burned so easy, we burned so bright. I still taste that midnight driving the way you said stay alive. Yeah, it smells like late July every time I close my eyes. Now the seasons spin and cities grow, and I've learned to leave what I can't hold. But every time the sun hits just that way, I swear I hear you say it's just a night, but it could be more. It's just a kiss, but it opens doors. It smells like late July, salt in the breeze, fire in the sky. Every glance was a spark, we didn't fight. We burned so easy, we burned so bright. I still taste that midnight driving the way you said stay alive. Yeah, it smells like late July every time I close my eyes. So here's to ghosts of endless heat, to tangled hands and reckless beat. I'll chase that scent until I find a piece of you I left behind. Yeah, it smells like late July, and it always, always will. You showed up late in faded jeans, summer sweat and movie scenes. Said something dumb but made me laugh. I knew right then I'd feel the crack. We danced in headlights past 2 a.m. like rules were things we'd never been. Your hands were warm, your heart was wild. I knew better but stayed a while. You're my favorite regret, the one I can't forget. Burn too bright to last too long, but you still echo in my songs. We were fire with no control, perfect mess, a heart-shaped hole. You left a mark I can't reset. You're my favorite regret. We kissed beneath that broken pier, salt in the air, nowhere but here. Talk like we'd outrun goodbye, but truth was hiding in your eyes. We made love like we made mistakes, both too fast and wide. wide awake. You said someday we'll laugh at this. I smiled but thought not if I miss. You're my favorite regret, the one I can't forget. Burn too bright to last too long, but you still echo in my songs. We were fire with no control, perfect mess, a heart-shaped hole. You left a mark I can't reset. You're my favorite regret. Maybe we were never meant to find forever where we went, but I'd go back just for the thrill, to lose you all over and feel you still. Some lessons hurt but some feel right, even if they don't survive the night. You're my favorite regret, the one I can't forget. Burn too bright to last too long, but you still echo in my songs. We were fire with no control, perfect mess, a heart-shaped hole. You left a mark I can't reset. You're my favorite regret. So here's to us, the what ifs. Yet you're gone, but I'm not done with you yet. No bitterness, no silhouette, just you, my favorite regret. I heard your name through someone's laugh, didn't expect to feel like that. Suddenly it's July again, barefoot hearts and paper fans. You wore the sky in shades of gold, told the truth without being bold. Even now with all this time, your name still melts into mine.
You used to write my name in sand with lopsided hearts you drew by hand. We never said what we both knew, but every look gave me the clue. You said my name like it was art, soft, unsure, but full of heart. And even now it still feels right, like morning sun after the night.
Your name feels like sunshine, spilling through my closed eyes, warming up the parts I hide, bringing back a softer tide. It's not just sound, it's a memory of who we were and used to be. I try to move but fall in line, 'cause your name feels like sunshine. Past the spot we carved our song, that night we stayed up way too long. You hummed a tune I still replay every time I lose my way. I say your name just once or twice, quietly like stolen ice. It cools me down, then burns again, a summer ghost beneath my skin.
I see your face in random lights, gas station signs and Ferris Heights. You never really said goodbye, you faded slow like dusk in July. But still your name just hits that chord, like secret words we never stored. It echoes through the songs I play, like you never went away.
Your name feels like sunshine, spilling through my closed eyes, warming up the parts I hide, bringing back a softer tide. It's not just sound, it's memory of who we were and used to be. I try to move but fall in line, 'cause your name feels like sunshine. Maybe it's just how I remember,
or maybe some flames never surrender.
Either way, when I hear that sound, the sky turns cold, my heart unwinds. Your name feels like sunshine, like whispered dreams that still align. We never burned, we only glowed, and I still carry what you showed. It's not regret, it's not a plea, just something warm that lives in me. I can't forget, I won't define. Your name still feels like sunshine. So if I hear it once again, I'll let it in like back then. Your name still feels feels like sunshine.
I saw you at the corner of the fair. Your hair caught the gold in the evening air. Didn't know your name, didn't need to yet, but something in me lit a cigarette.
You look like trouble in a soft disguise, with quiet words and sun-touched eyes. I felt the heat before you spoke, like summer lightning right before it broke.
First glance, first burn, like a match that didn't wait its turn. Didn't think, didn't try, just heat rising under sky.
We didn't touch, but sparks flew high, like secrets born before goodbye. We weren't ready, but we learned that love can start with just a bird.
We shared a soda, sat on swings, talked about nothing, felt everything. You made me laugh, I lost my guard. That night slipped in like shooting stars.
You asked me why I looked away. I said sometimes words just get in the way. I could have kissed you, but I froze. The fire scares me when it glows.
First glance, first burn, like a record scratch that still returns. Didn't plan, didn't play, but I remember every sweat.
No fireworks, no perfect lines, just eyes that crashed into mine.
Didn't ask, didn't discern, we just knew how quick hearts burn.
Maybe it wasn't meant to last, but it's the kind I chase too fast. If love's a flame, then we were caught in a moment too wild to be taught.
First glance, first burn, pages turned before we learned. Didn't hold, didn't stay, but I still dream of that day. You walked in and I caught fire, a flash of one, a lost desire. Even now my heart returns to that first glance, that first burn.
I still see you in heat wave light,
I still feel you in the quiet night.
we didn't last, but we still yearn for that first glance, that first burn.